Hi, we are going to talk about this book. The title is Orange is the New Black, and it's written by Piper Kerman. It's a memoir book, a memoir genre book, and it tells a story of a wealthy woman who has to go into a prison because when she was young, she had a relationship with a girl, and she delivered a suitcase full of drug money. She forgot this, and 10 years after this, the cops noticed to her that she has to go into prison because of this. She was charged of drug smuggling and money laundering. So she has to stay in the prison like 15 months, and there starts her story. The book it has like 4 parts. At the very beginning, it's like one chapter. It tells how was the Piper's life before she get into the prison, and it talks about the relationship with Nora. Nora is her ex-girlfriend who has in drugs a full-time business, and this like one chapter. Then is the main part of the book runs into the prison, where she learns how to navigate in the prison, how to develop her street smarts, how to survive in the prison. But also she talk about she befriends a lot of women. With different life stories, and she shows also the good side of this experience. She talks about her daily life. Also, even she get a small job into the prison, fixing electric devices. And she also learns yoga with her cellmate. So it's a bad experience, but it's like a good. She finds a lot of wisdom in this experience. The 4th part of the book, the 3rd one, I can remember. The book has like an unexpected twist because she is almost released when she has to change of the prison. She has to go to Chicago. The first prison is a real correctional facility in Connecticut. But then she has to move to Chicago, where the conditions are horrible, are worse than the first prison. But she stays there just for a bit, and there she meets Nora again, her ex-girlfriend. She forgives her for her to involve in this situation. And she said a good quote that I remember. She said that when you forgive, you are stronger, and you have the ability of offer kindness to somebody. So it's like a sort of end, or a sort of close of the book. And the very last part, the very end, you read that she gets released, and she writes a book about an unfair system, an unfair American penal system.
Penal
American penal system. So that's the plot, and that's the main structure. It's like 3-4 parts. And now Marta, she's going to talk about the author and the main characters.
Okay, talking about the author is talking about the book is talking about the author, because the book is an autobiography. So Piper Iwisa Kerman was born in a well-off family in Boston in 1969. In 1998, she was indicted for money laundering and for drug smuggling, and after pleading guilty, she entered Danbury minimum security prison, where she stayed for 13 months. In 2010, she published the autobiography Orange is the New Black, my year in a women's prison, which was later adapted to TV in the series with the same name. And in this book, she tells her own experience about as an inmate in this Danbury prison. At present, Kerman is working with several non-profits and several organizations, and she is frequently invited to deliver talks to students of law, criminology, gender studies, and she has also been awarded with several prizes. The main character in the book is, of course, Piper Kerman, who is an American lady on her 30s that all of a sudden she has to face an indictment for a crime she committed 10 years ago, and she has to enter into the prison. Another main character is Larry, his fiancé, who visits her very frequently at the prison, who is a writer. And then the other main characters are the
characters
are another inmates of the prison, like Bob, who is the prison cook, who is serving a very long sentence, and she is receiving special treatments for the prison staff. And also Natalie, which is Piper's bunkmate, who also is very well respected for the other inmates. There are other principal characters like Yoga Janet, Little Janet, Crazy Eyes.
Crazy Eyes, yeah.
With very different personalities and belonging to different social classes of the American society. The language in the book is mainly colloquial, with Michelle has said before, with a lot of slang, of prison slang, with very funny expressions like to go bananas, which means to act crazy. But I have also learned a lot of very useful language for my profession. I'm a lawyer, so I have also learned very useful, like indictment, guilty, lawless, felon, a lot of vocabulary. And then there are another useful expressions. One that caught my attention was to go cold turkey, which means if I have no money to buy drugs, and we go cold turkey. Okay.
And the book is also plenty of descriptions, not only about physical features, but also about psychology features. From my view, it's too much characters, because sometimes you can remember the name of the characters. Too much women, but it's like a small book of women too, because you find very different kinds of personalities, and life story. So it's a good point. About the series, as Marta said, the book has a TV series version that maybe, or you know, I don't know. I have not seen the series, just a few episodes, but I know that it has there are some difference, yeah. Like because I have not seen the series.
Well, I have seen.
She did.
I have seen most of the series, but the main difference for me is that of course there are different names in the book and in the series. For instance, the main character is Piper Kerman in the book, and her real name is Piper Kerman, and in the series Piper Chapman, I think. Also, Nora, the ex who introduced Piper in the drug smuggling, is called Alex in the series, and Alex was staying at Danbury's as well in the TV series, but not in the book. Another difference is that the relationship that Piper has with the Pop in the book, Red in the series. Red is a cook, a prison cook, and she's like someone who received a special treatment from the staff because she's serving a very long sentence and she has to stay there for I think 10 years. So she's like everybody is giving special treatment to her. So the relationship in the book and in the series is different, I think, from my point of view. Another difference is I find the character of Larry different in the book than in the series. For me, in the series, Larry is more, I find that they try to look for the comedy. And in the series, I think the description we have from him in the book, I think, is different from the view that we can have in the series. Also, the profession that Piper has in real life and in the series is different, and that's it. There are no differences, but that are the main difference between the book and the series.
I have not seen the series, but I have heard the soundtrack of the series because I work on this field.
Oh, you're a music teacher, aren't
yes,
you?
I compose music for TV series.
Oh, you do also?
Yes.
Wow.
And I was checking the soundtrack, so I made my homework. And it's interesting because the series, you have the opportunity of the screenplay, and the music is not like an ornament, but something that extends the meaning of the episodes,
yes.
Episodes. And it has like a famous main score, like an opening that is like it's a easy listening music. It's like rock or punk and folk. It's a mix. But I like the lyrics. It says that the cage is full, and you can escape. And it's like an iconic. It's like an anthem of the anthem of the series. But then at the end credits, always when every episode finishes, you can hear a different sound that extends, that remarks something, or even it can change the meaning of the whole episode. It depends on the music. So I really like the soundtrack. The soundtrack is not an original one. It features different music from various artists, but I think that it's a bomb. It improves the book. And my personal opinion, from my view, the book is. It has some good points and some leads. I don't like. I begin with the bad stuff. I don't like how sometimes the other talk about some experience. It's like bland. sometimes maybe a little bit bland. I was talking with Marta about the first part. It was a quite bland. I almost leave the book.
I almost quit reading. I almost put it down.
I almost put it down
Yeah.
because the very first part, the very beginning, is a little bit bland, a little bit predictable. So I don't like too much the beginning. But I think that the book is like a thought-provoking. You can think about something that is not in your daily life because you're free. It's not a repulsive one. It's not a hard book. It tries, but it's not. But it's a good read, I think. But just the series better. Maybe. I just saw one or two episodes. This is why I said that I didn't see the series. But maybe it's better. But I really like it 2 points. The first one is that it tries to break down the idea that people are white or black. But have a life story, and maybe even the felons are not always bad people. So I really like it because American society is white or black for everything. So I really like that. And the second point that I like is that it criticized the American penal system because it's not, it doesn't offer you a rehabilitation or a reinsertion, but a punishment. So you are not going. It's not going to end well if you start from that point of view. And this is what the author, I think, that try to remark and try to highlight from my view. I don't know the opinion.
In opposition to what Isabel says, I have found the book very interesting for me, even though the language used is a bit difficult to understand. I found it very easy to read, and I wanted to continue reading anytime because I think the most striking thing in the book for me is that it hides a very fierce criticism of the criminal system, criminal justice system in United States, and also the abuse of authority by the prison staff. But at the same time, it's a brilliant description of the American society and how powerful women are, and the strength of the relationship, the close relationship between the women inside the prison, because they have to live this experience together, and they support each other, so it will be easier inside. So I have found the book very, very interesting. Yeah. And I would like to tell a small anecdote to finish. Nora Jensen, who was Piper Kerman's ex, who introduced her in the drug smuggling, also wrote a book, an autobiography, named Out of Orange, a memoir. This is also
Out of Orange.
I have one question. I just don't understand the title. Why orange is the new black? Because I haven't read it, so I don't understand.
I guess that black is like a very female color when you want to be like dressed for success, to dress a black dress, and it's like orange is now my new black because I'm wearing a jail uniform. A fashion uniform.
It's it's a game of words, like
A pun?
A posh in prison. It's like something like that. I think.
Yeah, I can say that in Spanish it's like que el naranja está de moda, but we lose meaning. I mean, when you translate it, you know, you lose meaning.
I've heard Purpose the New Black. I've heard that in magazines, but didn't get very well the title.
Accommodated, you know, well-off lady in the 30s working in New York with a very good job, with a fiancé, with a posh friends, and you know, doing things. And suddenly, you know, all of a sudden she has to stop her life and go to prison for an offense that she committed some time ago. So it's like I think it refers to that.